Welcome to the Krista Escamilla Show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Krista Escamilla Show. We're so glad you're spending some time with us today. And boy, are you in for a treat. We have an amazing guest with us, and I cannot wait to hear his story. But first, we want to thank our sponsors that allow us to share these amazing stories of West Texans. So a huge shout out to Omni Midland Hotel, also to Rig ID Workwear, Midland Cap Company, joincapclub.com, Kevin Foreman of Foreman Financial, and Tapestry Hotel Midland. We thank these sponsors, and we ask you to support local because local is where it's at, and we are all about local here in West Texas. So back to that amazing guest that I told you we have with us today. We are sitting in downtown Midland, Texas with, he's got a bunch of titles, but we're going to start with the ones that I always find the most important to be husband and dad. And Grandpa, I believe?
Yeah.
Grandpa Rooster McConaughey is with us today. Thanks, Rooster, for being here. Yeah. You also, of course, are an entrepreneur, philanthropist, TV personality. You've kind of done it all. Rancher.
Yeah, a little bit of that. I've kind of done a whole, not all that successful at all.
That's all right. That's what we're going to talk about today. That's what we're going to learn today. The highs and lows, all of it in between. But first, I always love to hear how people got to West Texas.
How I got here?
So how'd you get here?
Well, when I moved out here, when I was about 22.
Okay.
And I'm 70, so I've been here a while. And our company we were in Uvalde, and we had a office here in a yard, and it never could catch on. And then they came in one day and said, they tried to move me to Sapulpa, Oklahoma. And I said, I guess I'll get drunk with Indians every day or whatever. But I mean, but it was like, I said, nah, how much you gonna pay me? And they said, we'll give you a $200 raise. And I said, I ain't going. I got a kid here. And then one day they walked in and said, well, we want you to go to Midland and try it. And I said, well, they only done very good out there.
Had you heard of Midland at that point?
Oh, yeah. I'd been out there once with a guy, and you know, they did a lot of phone sales at that company I was at. So, because it was in Uvalde, you wasn't in the middle of the oil field. And they figured out that I figured out when I got out here, that ain't gonna work. I mean, these people want to know you.
Yeah.
And I got out here, and it just got to my kind of people, and it was I met Clayton Williams pretty soon, and he and I hit it off. And
nice. And
speaking of that, he always said, "Buy West Texas, buy West Texas."
Oh, I love it.
That was one of his big slogans that he always said was "Buy West Texas," and he was one of the guys that helped me, and Bob Harrell, and there was probably all my friends were old enough to be my dad, you know, and all of, I mean, people they took care of me. I mean, it was, you know, I was young, and
I love those people. I call them the giants in my life, right?
Yeah.
We all have giants in our life. Then we learn so much from. What did you learn from those guys? I mean, I love Buy West Texas.
Well, they you know, back then, you know, there was so much romance in the business, you know. Mm-hmm. People gave, you know, they spent their own money, you know. Now it's, you know, they got in things, and if, you know, if everybody went broke, you know, we all went broke, and,
right.
and you know, if it was about dry hole, we all did, and you knew who the crooks were,
right.
And they still ran around with you.
Right.
But it's like if you got screwed by one of them, everybody's like, man, you knew that. You know, but
you
knew who they were, you know. It's like keep your enemies close or whatever it is. But I mean, it's just that there was crooks, but basically most everybody was honest, and it was just part of the deal. And it was, like I say, it had a lot of romance to it. I mean, it was a big deal to find stuff, you know. I mean, you know, guys that just discovered things, and it was a real tight deal, and you know, now it's so much more about the money today than it is about being an oil guy.
Right.
You know, it's all about you know, nobody cares about being a millionaire no more. They want to be worth $100 million.
Whew. I mean, millionaire's not bad.
No, you got to start somewhere, man.
That's right.
That first one's tough to make.
It is.
You know, and maybe it'd be equivalent to $2 million now, but I mean that first one. Yeah. You know, that's the tough one.
Right. And back then it was all deals on a handshake.
Yes.
How has it changed today? I mean, you mentioned there's a lot of...
you know, I've always, you know, said, you know, in the last years that, I mean, it's you can screw somebody out of money legally for more money legally than you can illegally. You know,
Yeah.
I had a really good Korean friend of mine that came over here, and he started Hyundai, and he didn't really understand the way of doing business here, and he would like give people credit because he thought they were going to pay. And I said, you know, Jay, why, man? Yeah, you still got to watch it. You know, it's no, and sure enough, he got hit pretty hard, and I'll never forget him telling me. He said, you know, America is so much different. He said because you know you can go rob a store for $50 in America, and they'll put you in jail for 20 years. He said, but you can screw somebody out of millions, and nothing happens. No.
Yeah.
And so
Because there was an investment.
Yeah, or it just they didn't pay you.
Yeah.
Or they
Yeah.
swindled you, and
Right.
you know, or somebody didn't dot their I, cross their T on a contract.
Yeah.
It's just so it's so important that to find the real honest person to deal with, and like you know, things have changed.
Yeah.
I hate to see it, but
Yeah, but it hasn't stopped you from being an entrepreneur, right? You've
No.
tell us about some of your business adventure. Like which one? You know, because I feel like we learn more from the ones that didn't succeed than the
Yeah.
ones that did.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean we've been there. We've had ones that didn't, but you've learned something from them. So what about you? What were some of
well, you
the
learn
highs
what
and
not
lows?
to do.
Yeah,
a lot of times,
yeah.
But you still do it.
You still do it.
Yeah, but it's
It's in your blood. Yeah.
and you I'm not as aggressive as I used to be, I guess.
Yeah.
But it seems like that, you know, I've had some successful things outside of the oil field,
Yeah.
but not many.
Really.
You know, I mean, it's almost like you just have to if you really know you're better off being in control.
Right.
I mean, that's the safe way. If
Yeah.
you're in control, if you're in control of it, if you're the one that's putting the money up, you certainly are better being in control. And I mean, if you're like Butch, he always finds the right people
Yeah.
to put in charge of things, and he's real good about picking people to do that. And me, I'm kind of more of a micromanager. You know, I'm like, God dang, boys, we got it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm all about saving. In other words, the less we got in it, the more we're going to make. You know, and lowering the cost and saving. So I'm a
little more low risk than.
yeah, well, I
than-
mean, I'm all about saving keeping your
Yeah.
expenses down
Yeah.
until you get, I mean, I'm not tightwad for sure. I mean, I will blow some, I'll pick up a bar tab.
Right.
Yeah, I might not drive a nice car, but I'll pick a bar tab up. So I might not wear nice clothes, but I'll pick a bar tab.
Right.
I'm kind of
Take care of your people.
I'm about in the entertainment business, but you just it's just watching. Your expenses and
Yeah.
stuff, and I've never really taken and bought and built a business and sold it on EBITDA. Made
Right.
a point,
Yeah.
10 to
Gazillion.
1 EBITDA deal, and all that. That EBITDA stuff, that confuses me anyway.
I don't.
they throw
It's
this
right
out
up there
and
with
throw
Bitcoin
yeah,
for me. I'm
that
like, what?
EBITDA, they throw all this stuff out, but it's still really there.
Right.
I mean, like, okay, well, look how much, this is what it is, and this is your EBITDA. I'm like, wait a minute. You ain't got all that stuff that's going to be in there as soon as I take this business over.
Right.
So, I mean, they throw out a bunch of stuff. I mean, EBITDA,
Yeah.
that's a moving target. I don't really, that'll confuse the heck out of people. And so I've had, the land, real estate deals been okay.
Yeah.
But I always go back to the pipe business is what I know. I've been doing
Right.
it since I was 16. It's usually the one I go, well, I better go back.
Yeah.
Get my damn
That one
war-
makes money.
Better go get my war chest back. My bottom line went down some. So, I mean, that's
Yeah.
usually something. And I still piddle with it.
Yeah.
Not as aggressive as not even close to how it used to be. But
Right. But I love that you diversify a little bit
Yeah.
too. I mean, you even, you mentioned Butch, you guys were on a reality show.
Yeah.
What was that like? Because it is scary, and I don't know your experience with it, but when cameras are following you 24/7, you're just like, what are they looking for? What are they doing? Why
Well,
are they watching me walk to the bathroom? You know?
And that was sort of the deal that was the downside of it.
Yeah.
Is, I mean, we'd film. I mean, that was probably it was all the people that worked on the set that had been on reality shows before. They always said this is the realest reality show we've ever been involved with. And because we wouldn't, there were times they'd tell you, like when, I don't know if you saw the show when we're sitting in a chair, and they asked
Yes.
us questions.
Yes.
Oh, God, that was waterboarding. Man, because I want to, I'm all about being original. And then you got people in New York that are watching it and they're wanting to get their line in,
Right.
and they're trying to tell me what to say and I won't do it,
Right.
And so finally it was like, I would always do mine at 5 o'clock or 4 or 5 o'clock. Well, I start drinking beer about 10 in the morning. And then the next, finally they said, no, man, you got to do yours at 10 in the morning. So heck, I am, And so it was, that part was that they would do that at the end of the or they'd come back to do those.
Right.
And I mean, that was the worst part. We hated it. Except Gil, he liked it. And he was better at it than we were.
You feel almost like they're fishing for answers, right?
Yeah, they're claiming they're putting a show together with that.
Right.
And it was just, so they're telling, well, you got to say this.
Right.
Well, I ain't gonna say it.
You're like, that's not what I say.
Yeah, I said that doesn't even sound like me.
But I love that about you because you're who you are. Yeah. You don't try to be anything else,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best advice. Like whenever I give advice to someone that wants to be on camera for a living or do anything, just be yourself. Because if you're trying to be someone else, people are gonna see right through that. Just be yourself.
And that's the reason they would film like. We get 15, 20 hours and forget 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the poor editors, we're irritated because they left out the good stuff.
Right.
Or what do you do? What you do? Well, I don't know if that's politically correct. I said, well, I don't think we are politically correct. I said, so we would get upset about it. We're not upset. We go, and I get it, because they said, well, you come to California and you edit it.
Yeah.
I said, no, man, I don't. You ain't doing that bad of a job. I said, I ain't coming out there to do that. So whatever you get, but it was just that was the big. And I think if we got on the West Texas one, they got the show guy. He got crossways with Comcast, and they just bowed up, and so the contract ran out. Then A&E picked us up and called it Rooster and Bush. But I think somewhere down the line, if we'd have kept going, I probably would have said, let's script it.
Okay.
Because then you're in and out.
Right.
Right. But because we're going around just filming
all day
long.
Would you do it again?
No.
No. Yeah.
Because it takes a lot away from the family.
Yeah.
And they were real good to me though. Like Miller was young and he played baseball and they shut it down.
Good. That's good.
I never missed a ball game.
Yeah.
Until we went to Alpine, and that's with A&E and that was the worst.
Yeah.
We had to wait on the train.
In Alpine, because you were filming and it would come by. Oh,
we had that too. Supposedly we dropped. That's how the people came to us, was on the Amtrak.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yes, but they didn't always come to us.
Right.
They always had to do it 2 or 3 times, so I wouldn't. Because I said, I refuse to lie.
Yeah.
I said, if somebody tells me that we're bringing them in on the train, you better bring a few of them in the train. And so they would do it, but like mostly train would show up and they'd put them on there. But Amtrak. I told them, I said, y'all lost your mind? I said, this thing's never on time.
Yeah.
And it don't have to be on time.
Right.
What do you mean? I said, you're crazy. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
And they would wait. And sure enough, we'd be sitting there. They'd say, don't come down yet.
Oh, my gosh.
Train's 2 hours late.
You're like, well.
Yeah, I said, next year,
This is why, can you bring him in on a car next time?
I know, I said, we do this again, we're bring him in on a bus and just park us a bus out there.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
funny.
just throw him on the bus, and the first year, whenever they said they were bringing him in on a jet, and I said, you can bring some in on a jet.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going to sit here. When somebody asked me, they really bringing him in on a jet, I said, you better bring. So they brought some in.
Oh, that's good.
But then I raised so much hell about it not being that I didn't want,
Right.
And they're all about me. What are you worried about? I said, man, I'm just not. I don't. I like to want everybody to. I don't want somebody asks me a question. I don't want to lie to them.
Right.
And if you'll notice that is to make fun of me. They brought them in on a prop plane one time.
That's funny.
Just to jack with me.
Just to mess with you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So they, but it was the problem with those is that if they're successful, then you have to do so many more, and they're
Right.
You might have to do 90 episodes.
Yeah.
And that's when you got family still, and it's not really your world, and even though they've asked me to do something, I said, no, I ain't doing no.
What was your favorite memory from that time? Like, do you have one that stuck out, like one of the investors, or just one of the moments?
Well, I had I guess spending a lot of, I'm real close with Butch, and spending so much. We got to spend a lot of time together. Now we're both got our own stuff, but I mean, it's probably, and they did it at my house.
Okay.
That was the deal. I said, I'm not gonna, because it took them 2 years to talk me into it. I said, man, I know how this deal works. And I said, y'all gonna, we're gonna do this in my barn.
Yeah.
And that way I can walk out of here to my house, and so they did do that.
Yeah.
So I had the advantage there.
Right.
So,
and I think the friendship definitely showed that
Yeah.
you guys were real friends, and I love that
we're
about
real
it.
close,
Yeah.
and it was just, and we kind of know how to,
play off each other well.
Well, I would give a lot of times I'd give Jason, the producer, I'd write him a list of things
to mess with him.
to mess with Butch. And I mean, he fell for it every time.
That's
he
great.
never even knew I did that all
That's
the time.
great.
He'd come after me with something, boy, and I already had to, I scripted them myself, and they didn't know it.
That's great.
Yeah, but-
well, Butch, you know now.
Yeah,
So
now they know all that.
we are dropping that. We're dropping that today.
I was feeding them lines.
I love that.
He was set up.
That is great. Hi, Butch. Hopefully he'll still pick up
He
the
just
call.
got back from the inauguration.
Did he really?
He sure did.
Well, that's fun.
He went up there with
That does not
Ronnie
surprise
Ray.
me that he was there.
No, he went up. Yeah, he said it was. He said it was. They got in some Uber and got stuck in traffic for about 3 hours.
Oh no! Did he
And
make
then
it on
they-
time?
No, they didn't get to go.
You're
Remember, they
kidding.
moved it indoors.
Well, yeah, he didn't get to go
He
anywhere.
ain't got that
Did he get
kind
to
of
go to
pull.
a party?
Yeah, he got that.
No
kind of
parties
pull.
either? Oh.
Well, he said they were supposed to go to the ball or something, but they only had so many tickets, and everybody was volunteering not to go so the other person could go.
Okay.
And then everybody decided just not to go because they couldn't figure out it because everybody was being so nice.
So
and
nice.
Go.
No, you go. No, you go.
Yeah, so they
no,
didn't
really.
go.
Oh, that's funny.
So they didn't go.
So he just went to Washington.
But he got to feel the energy of it or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of Butch, do you have a piece of advice that he's given you or that you've shared with each other? Like, what have you learned from that friendship? Because I feel like, what is that thing like you learn from the 5 people you spend the most time with? What'd you learn from him?
He is, he's way smarter than he acts like.
Mm-hmm.
If he didn't have an education and honesty, he's full of it.
Really?
I mean, he has.
It's all an act?
He has a sixth sense in business. I mean, it's almost like he has what do they call it, vision, but he'll act like he doesn't.
Gotcha.
I'm stupid. Well, I mean, no, he don't ever let it fool you.
Yeah.
Butch Gillum's a smart dude, and he'll act me. He's
And he's very giving too. I know because I've emceed a lot emceed throughout West Texas, and I always see his name up there. He's always giving back.
He gives a lot that he does that nobody knows.
Yeah, I can tell that. Yeah, he likes to kind of stay under the radar with it.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's real. Yeah. I mean, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good guy.
What advice would you give to someone that maybe has just moved to West Texas and wants to live the American dream here? Because you can, right? We're all watching Landman. Well, I'll get your take on Landman in a minute. But
stole my line.
But what advice would you give someone that's coming out here?
The best advice I can give somebody if a couple's moving out here is to rent a home until your wife gets to see those first or second sandstorms, because you may be moving back. Your wife may be moving back. You be sure that your wife gets used to these sandstorms and stuff before you buy a house.
Well, they're doozies. Let me tell you. Yes.
And don't,
or you marry someone that's from here and they know that.
That's what. Yeah.
There you go, and they know what they're getting.
Yeah. And if you don't have a swimming pool, don't put one in. It's a mess.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be full of dirt. There's a lot of dirt. I think that's one of the most unexpected things about West Texas.
It is, and I think that but I think that because of those, I've had when people their first time to see that red sky coming in, and they're scared to death.
Yeah.
I mean, they think it's
the end of the world.
Oh yes, and I mean some tough old guys, man. They're going, "What is that?" I said, "Man, that's a sandstorm. What do we do?" And I went, "No, you just close your eyes, try to get out of it, and
go inside."
And people that until they get used to it, it's kind of a, I mean, it's an amazing thing, and I think that because we're all out. It's sort of an alliance we have out here,
right?
Because of the things that it's not. Midland's got its pretty places or whatever. To us, But
Right.
it's like we're out here and people go, and I used to tell people, there was a guy that sold, that was one of my competitors, and he moved to Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And people go, well, who you buy your pipe from? Well, I buy it from Steve. And I said, man, you buying from a guy sitting down there eating tacos on the Colorado River in Austin, Texas?
Why aren't you buying
we're
from
out
me?
Here suffering. We're suffering out here. You're buying from that guy? I said, why would you buy from somebody in Austin, Texas? I said, that's not even fair. I said, what do you want? You need to buy from somebody here that's suffering with you.
Right.
So I mean,
So that's your advice: move here and stay here. Because people do business with people they know,
yeah,
right?
I think it's I would. I mean, not so much as they used to. But,
Yeah.
They're more about the
Bottom line.
the dollar. Who give them the best deal a lot of times. But there's still some loyal. There's still some loyal ones out there.
Yeah.
And I'm fortunate enough to have a few, and that I still do business with that are loyal, and
That's great.
But it's that the loyalty is definitely not there like it used to. There's so many people in and out, and it's these hedge funds, and they got to watch, and I don't know if you know how that works, but I mean it's like you got to have like, you're gonna get, if they finance it, and you're gonna, and if they finance you, whatever you got to keep those numbers down, because whatever you're going to get when they sell it, you're going to get.
Right.
So it's I get it, I mean.
But it's changed.
Yes, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. I'm going to do a quick break. We do something what we call quote of the day. And so, because I love quotes. I don't know if you know that about me. I love quotes. And so I'm going to mix these up. You're just going to pick one out.
Like fortune cookies.
It is. You never know what you're going to get.
What is it?
All right,
You'll have a good day if you read. All right.
What does it say?
Tell me, and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involvement I learned. I'll be dadgum. Benjamin Franklin said that?
Benjamin Franklin said that. What does that mean to you?
He's the one that said I like beer, or God gave me beer or something.
Benjamin Franklin said that too?
And he said, no, I mean, he said God gave us beer or something like that. Uh-huh. And he honestly said that.
Really? I did not know that. See, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Have
you
heard that's great.
You heard it before?
That's great.
God gave us beer, something like that.
Right.
That's my favorite.
So isn't that crazy how you picked the Benjamin Franklin quote?
Sure
I love it.
I mean, anybody could have made that up. But I mean, no, I get it, but that is involvement. Yeah. I get it. I like that.
So what does it mean to you?
It's basically what it says. I mean, like you say, if you just, especially nowadays, you tell somebody something, just tell them they forget. I mean, it's just
that's age for me, but
Gen Z's got it down.
Yes.
I mean, it's like, and then you teach me. I don't know, and I hope they remember. But I mean, but they could be they could have forget there too. But like you say, involving me, that's the most important one there.
I agree.
If you're involved, then you can't help but learn.
Right. Exactly.
But I mean,
that's
telling somebody
that's
something or teaching sometimes, they can't teach nothing about it. Well, they got the answers on their telephone.
I know.
I wouldn't go to a doctor that had got his degree in the last 20 years for nothing, because he's going to YouTube cooking my dadgum kidney out.
This is true.
Yeah, but they don't.
This happened to us. Our car broke down. Our car broke down this week, and he had to YouTube how to put the alternator in, which we're very grateful for.
Yeah.
By the way,
they do.
But yeah, YouTube has changed everything.
I use the dog out of it.
I do too.
When COVID
we all
hit,
do, right?
When COVID came around, my wife was all nervous about me because I'm old. Didn't want to be. Oh boy, I YouTubed everything. I learned how to fix stuff, and I'll YouTube it.
Yeah.
And I tell my kids, I said, no, YouTube it.
Yeah. I don't know. Use YouTube it or Google it. My favorite thing is
Google
it. Google it.
Yeah, Google.
Favorite quote you live by? Do you have one that you've lived by all these years?
I think I would. I probably got. I make up.
I feel like you're a walking quote.
I can't. Which one?
I said I feel like you're a walking quote. Well, like you have quotes all the time.
I'll tell you what. One of them is, which I'm a firm believer in, is laugh at yourself first.
Yeah.
Because it takes it away from them.
That's right.
If you know what I mean,
yes.
Laugh at yourself first.
I love that.
And I know it gets me in trouble a lot. And because I'll always live by the golden rule, but I mean, it just doesn't work that good anymore, because people go, well, I can't believe you said that to me. So, well, I love them to say that to me.
Yeah.
And they think, well, I'm so far from the old school, that I set people up to give me a hard time.
Right.
You know, and so they're like, you know, the golden rule is not as handy as it used to be. You can get yourself in trouble sometimes with it, but
I think that's because you're down to earth. Like
Yeah.
you're very personable, right? I mean, people will come up to you and talk to you anywhere, and because you're down to earth.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes when you can just laugh about yourself and what you say, I think that's a beautiful aspect or trait to have.
Always.
Because I mean, life it shouldn't be so serious.
No,
you
and
know?
if you do, and if like I say, it takes when you laugh at yourself first.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Takes it
pretty
away.
hard for somebody to takes a punch out of you when somebody's making fun of you.
True.
And I've always said that. If you get in there, man, make it.
Yeah.
You know, you make everybody aware if you've got some kind of little whatever. You know,
That's
like,
true.
You know, I mean, it. You know,
Very
like
true.
talking about boogers and those. Somebody says, God, dang something. God, you know, I mean, you laugh
This
at
was our
yourself
topic.
first. Yeah.
This was our topic before
Yeah,
we went
yeah.
on air.
You're supposed to be sure to tell me if I get one. And him too. I'm off.
It's like, tell me. I don't want to go a whole podcast
Yeah,
with the booger
yeah.
hanging out.
You know, I mean, yeah. You get to edit this anyway, don't you?
No, there's no editing.
Oh,
no,
good.
we are going straight through.
Oh, excellent.
Next.
Well, there, I can't believe I can't. That is one of that's probably my favorite quote.
I love that. That is so great. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. And for those of you who maybe are just joining us, or you popped into a grocery store and you're back in listening, I'm sitting here today with Rooster McConaughey in Midland, Texas, and we're just having a fun conversation. I saw him in a bank recently, and I was like, I want to have you on the podcast. I want to get to know you better and share your story.
Run out of people.
No, you are at the top of the list. I just hadn't ran into you. But I'm so grateful for this conversation. Let's talk about Landman, because I don't know about you, but now that it's out and we're kind of on the, not that we haven't been highlighted in the past, but I don't care wherever I go now. I can be in any city.
Yeah.
Someone will go, oh, you're from Midland? Do you watch Landman?
I'm trying to watch them.
Are you? Have you watched any of them?
I made my wife say, because everybody's always saying something to me about it.
Right.
And I think Billy Bob does a really good. He's kind of, you know, I think he's good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think he
is,
represents a
he
landman
does,
pretty well.
I
You know,
think
we know a lot of
you and
landmen.
I think he does. You know, he's entertaining.
Yeah.
And he to me he carries it. But I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, and I've and you know, if you've ever, you know, people watch
Yeah.
Yellowstone or whatever, you know, and I'm real close friends to Cole Hauser, you know, and the place Rip.
Oh, yeah.
And Taylor, you know, the way he does, I'm always like, when I tell Cole, I go, man, there's no consequences on this show. Man.
Yeah.
I mean, you're throwing people off the cliff, you're blowing up buildings, you're doing all this, and then bam, it's nobody ever says that. The only time y'all get in trouble is when you jack with the Indians.
Right.
And I said, man, they come after you. I said, you guys are killing us. And he says, y'all shut up. 12 million people watching, who cares? And I mean, and he's right. And if you look at some of the,
He's right.
you know, if you want to nitpick the show, which you people do, then you're not going to enjoy it.
Right.
Because that's
It's
just the way
entertainment.
Taylor writes. It's
entertainment.
And you just
Yeah.
got to take it. That's the way Taylor Sheridan does it, and that's the way, and he's been really good at it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I mean, Taylor, I hope you hear this, but I said, 'cause you stole my line that I've been saying since I was 30 years old when I quit drinking scotch.
What's
And
that?
then people say, because people go, you still drink scotch? It's not, I don't drink anymore, I just drink beer. I said that a long time ago.
Did he use that in one of his
No,
shows?
hell, constantly.
How dare he take
And
your
Billy Bob
line?
said that's his favorite line in the whole show. I mean, yeah, right.
Oh, that's right. He did say it in
Yeah.
Landman. He just said it,
Yeah.
a couple episodes
Yeah.
ago.
I
Oh,
said it
that's
a couple
funny.
times, yeah.
I think he should get some credit for this.
And he did say, there was one scene where he said, and the guy said, well, I don't know, I'm still drinking. He said, no, give me, this is my favorite so far, because I've said it before. Well, give me 6 doubles of whiskey. And give me and let me drink those, and tomorrow I'll come in here and drink 6 beers, and you tell me which one's drinking.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I'll relate to that.
That is true.
Yeah, I don't drink whiskey in public.
No, good for you.
Yeah.
Nobody should, really.
No, but I drink enough beer anyway. But I mean, still, but he's right. And I've always said that. Oh, I don't drink anymore. I just drink beer.
I think Taylor needs to write you into one of his shows. I could see you in there. I could see you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Landman, right here.
Just
Season
someone
2. We're
just
throwing it out right
just a
now.
cameo or something.
Yeah, something. I
Yeah,
think it'd be fun.
yeah, little
I mean, you
cameo.
live here, you love it here.
Yeah.
You chose to stay here, which is my next question. Why did you choose to live in Midland, Texas? Because, I mean, I love it. I feel like there's no other place I'd rather raise my kids, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a great place to raise a family. Why do you love it?
It's Yeah, it's just I've been here. You know, you can't. It's hard to. A lot of people, get. A lot of people make money and leave.
Right.
You know, they'll go to the
Yeah.
hill country or something like that.
Right.
You know, and I have some, ranch in El Dorado, and I go there or whatever. But I mean, it's just. I don't know. It grows on you. It's hard to. It's like. I'm just gonna tough it out.
Right.
And another thing, my wife was born here.
And she's a beautiful lady.
Yeah.
Shout out
And
to
I mean,
Erica.
You can edit this or not, but I mean, and she's Mexican. She ain't going nowhere. Her whole family's here. I mean, he ain't gonna dynamite that. I mean, us white people, we'll run off.
Right.
She ain't going nowhere. So I mean, that's one thing. I ain't got no choice.
I understand. My husband's Hispanic, and yes, I'm right there with you.
You got the family here and all that stuff. So that's one reason they're pretty sure I ain't going nowhere.
Right. So you're stuck. You're stuck in Midland.
And my kids are half Mexican today, but they don't want to go nowhere either. So it's like, so there's the real reason that, but no, actually I do. This is. I mean, I'm a Midlander. I'm West Texas, and and I'm proud to say that I am. I mean, what am I going to say if I moved to? Well, where are you from? Kerrville. No,
it just does not have the same ring, does it?
I don't know, man. You mean you're from Midland? Yeah, I'm from Midland.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, God dang, man. I mean, why do you live there? Well, what do you mean why I live there? That's what we do, but I mean, you take, like you say, where are you from? I'm from, Fredericksburg.
Right. Nobody's really from Fredericksburg. Yeah.
Fredericksburg, hell, man. God dang, you run down and move to Fredericksburg, you pussy. Ran away. I mean, I'm from Midland.
Yeah.
I'm from Fredericksburg. I'm from Midland over there.
It definitely
I'm from Comfort.
Comfort. That is a real town. If you're not from Texas, that is a real Texas town. That's funny.
So did that. I'm from Comfort.
So Al wasn't in a minute ago, but I said Taylor Sheridan needs to write him into Landman. Cameo, right? Yeah. I mean, because he stole his line. He stole his line about the beer. Yeah. See, Al even knew it was your line. He already knew it was your line.
He likes people to say what he writes, though.
Oh.
And I'm notorious for not doing that.
Yeah, that might not happen.
Yeah, I have a bad reputation for in not saying what they tell me.
That's okay. You know what?
But, a lot of times they thank me.
Yeah.
After,
you bring the honesty.
After 12
you bring the
night
honesty.
Orphans, whenever Duval said, let's just improvise. And he said, Ty Rock, man, you better come up with something good, man, because he's barely in there. We got to have something good. And that's when I asked him if there was a limitation on the weight limitation or something like that. And he said, no, they're Mighty Mites.
Oh, okay.
And I said, well, can I have that line? Well, actually, in real life, the writer came up with that name, but I like handed that, and Ty was like, "Thank God." I'm bad about. He'll tell you that I'm real bad about.
What's your favorite project you've been a part of?
Well, I mean, I enjoy. I don't mind doing those little movies where I'm just. But the problem is just the schedule's never good. I mean, you're always you're just hanging around a lot. Yeah. You can't. There's always something.
Hurry up and wait.
You're gonna be there. It's only gonna take you 4 days. Well, that's a lie.
Yeah.
And then you're committed, and then it seems like something always comes up where your family needs you.
Right.
And or what I'm saying? It's just so much easier just to kind of be available.
Right.
I tell people I'm like the National Guard. Nobody talks about it, but by God, when all of a sudden they need me, where's the National Guard? It's standing. Oh, sit down, old man. Just sit over there. You drooling on yourself? Y'all drink another beer and shut up. And then God, all of a sudden there's a problem. Oh God, Rooster, help us. They're just like the National Guard. Nobody mentions them until by God, there's a terrible dilemma. Where's the National Guard? So it's like so when you do those movies or TV, you're committed.
Yeah.
People would die and we'd send them a video.
Right.
So we don't get to go to the funeral. Well, you know, it's
that's
going to
sad.
cost us $100,000 if y'all go down there. All right, well, we'll send him so we send him a video sometime. Yeah, it's hard to. I did when in fact, when my stepdad died, they were going to do, hell, we sent a plane, get my mother and bring her up here to put her in the show.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
You added
we
her
did
in?
this show about him.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Well.
So, I mean, it's like we didn't get to go call my mother up here the next day.
Right.
But she likes to be on TV, so that kind of took her morning away for a while.
She seems like an amazing
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
I've just seen a few like Instagrams on her or something,
Yeah.
but she seems amazing.
I had to get her a T-shirt. I should have got. I don't know if they got it from y'all. I said I amazed myself. I don't know where Patrick, but I sent her these pink. She wants a pink T-shirt every 2 weeks.
Does she really?
Yeah, I love my hair, and I have to get her a pink T-shirt since I love my hair. Because the lady that stays with her is always like, Rooster, like you're the only one that. Well, man, they got print shops all over Austin.
Right. Can't you get her a
I'm
T-shirt?
the only one that can get them. You know.
Well, if you need a T-shirt for
Well,
her,
I'll
you
tell
let
you,
us
I'll
know.
tell Patsy
We
that
will
to
hook
get
Kay
some.
up.
I don't
Yeah.
know, I think she used, what's the old one that went out of business or still, maybe this, that was over on, oh, it's been around forever, that was over there on Big Spring Street.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I don't know if they're still in business.
Yeah.
I don't know where she gets them made. I guess I'll tell her.
Give us a call.
I
We'll
will. Yeah.
make you a shirt. But is there a piece of advice? If you were going to put something on a shirt that she said, what would it be?
Well, she said, I'll tell you what. I can't remember the words. I've made some different shirts for her, you know, that I'm kind of I made a lot of T-shirts. Miller had one that said, "Don't feed me. I'm a Catholic, but I don't eat candy." You know, and I had all these shirts about not eating candy because all his family was always trying to give him candy. I said, "I don't want any candy."
Right.
He said, "I'll bite you if you give me a piece of candy." You know, stuff
that's
like that.
funny.
I'm trying to keep him. To this day, he doesn't eat, and he's never had a Coca-Cola.
Are you kidding me?
He's gonna be 19. Never has had a
That's
Coca-Cola.
crazy. Good for him.
Yeah.
Because sugar's not good for you. It tastes
No.
good, but it's not good
No.
for you. I
No.
can't believe he's never had a Coca-Cola. That's
He never
awesome.
had one of them.
No, that's
And I just because I didn't want him to have them. My mother was a fanatic about it. I said you get used to drinking them
that's true.
and they're hard. And you know the candy stuff. I mean they have a little
Yeah.
of that here and there, you know. But
Right.
but mainly was the soft drinks. I didn't want them.
Yeah.
Now Maggie, I don't know, man. She's sneaky.
Is she?
She's a little sneaky.
Your daughter's beautiful, by the way.
Yeah.
Just gorgeous.
Yeah.
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 You think she's had some candy?
Yeah, I think we can go check under her bed and find her. She's a little sneaky.
All right, back to your favorite thing your mom's ever said. I want to get one quote from her.
She
If you were
said,
going to put it on a
she
T-shirt.
She said, what they say, what do you attribute your, because she's ageless, you know, I mean, she's turned 93. And,
Oh, wow.
And I mean, I can show you a picture of her. She does Pilates.
Good for
every
her.
4 days. I mean, she can throw her. Erica won't even do them with her. Said it's embarrassing. Dog. She can throw that leg over here, hit the ground. I mean, that's hard to look at. But I mean,
No one wants to see their mom do
yeah,
Pilates.
you go, God, she does, but she'll say, she says, they'll ask her, what do you attribute to your longevity? She says, well, I don't stress.
Okay.
She says, I do not stress. She says, I don't stress, I stress other people.
Okay.
That's right. She says, I never stress, but I do stress other people.
I love that. Good quote.
Yeah.
That is a good quote.
And she does.
She
can
stresses.
stress the shit
She
out
can
of
stress you.
Yeah, sometimes.
But what mom?
You gotta be
But
careful.
what mom
She'll
can't?
drop
What
you
mom
under the
doesn't?
bus.
Right? What mom doesn't
You
stress?
got to be careful. I told my wife, man, no, you can't be telling her certain things. She'll drop you under the, well, that's what you said. And we went in to meet somebody, and I forget, my mom introduced her to this, my wife introduces this lady to my mother, and she goes, oh, yeah, you're the one Erica said bugs are all the time. And I went,
That's hilarious.
and I thought I had to get her, and I went, oh no, that's not her. Oh, yeah,
No, it's someone else.
It is too. I remember her name. That's the one. You're the one. And I'm like, God dang, Mom. I said, shut her. I'm like, shit. I said, what is it? I said, you got to watch what you tell her,
Yeah.
man. She's unfiltered.
Don't tell mom everything, because she'll say it.
Especially right when we're going somewhere.
Maybe she needs a T-shirt that says unfiltered.
Unfiltered,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Pink T-shirt, unfiltered.
She has one.
I love
She
it.
is that. She is
I love it. All right, we've got something now we call question of the day. Back to the
Okay.
magic
Sure, we'll
bowl,
put that
Rooster.
back in for the
Yeah, we'll
next
put
guy.
this in for the next guy.
Yeah.
That was perfect for you, by the way. I'm so
Yeah,
excited
that
you got
was.
that one. Okay, let's see what this question brings.
Okay.
All right, you got the what card? You got the trusting card.
Trusting, I didn't-
All right. What does the question say?
What is or who?
What is your why?
Oh, what is my why?
What is your why, Rooster McConaughey?
What is my why? Like why?
It's kind of like a generational thing. We ask people like, "What is your why? Why do
My
you do
dad
what you
used to
do?
knock-
Why do you?"
My dad used to knock crap out of me whenever I said why. If he said, take out that, I went, take out that. I need you to run outside and take that. Why? Bam! That was over. He said something. He never would let me use that word.
So you didn't
We
use
weren't
why
allowed
a
to
lot.
We're not. You don't do that. We don't say why too much.
Then I'll rephrase it. What is your purpose in life?
Well, you know, I've always said, and that's what I tell people about my, I've got an older son. He's 49, just to make it even, I'm all over the place whenever you ask me a question. But I mean,
That's all right.
he was so much older, and got him raised, and he's good, really great person, good one, and all
Yeah.
that. And boy, I'm running around telling everybody how to raise a kid. Because, I nailed this one. Well,
You're got the first one out the door.
I ain't got no other kids, and I didn't think I was going to have any more either, so I'm bragging to everybody.
Uh-huh.
Making fun of people that were having kids late in life, I'd call them coach. Hey, coach, what are you going to do? You're going to be coaching Little League when you're 60 years old, coach. Make them, and then, boy, God's a funny guy.
He is. He has a funny sense of humor.
I wouldn't take for any, but I look up there, and all of a sudden, I'm 52 years old. Mm-hmm. And I have another kid. Well, man, I'm trying to take some stuff back.
Right.
I'm hoping people will forget all the bragging I did on how, so now I'm at the point where I'm like, I got to be sure these other two turn out
Right. You're
good.
starting all over at 52.
Yes, and so
Yeah.
I'm hoping that thank God most of the guys that I said that to, they're dead. They was older than me, so I ain't got to worry about them,
Right.
But some of them came to find me. Yeah, look
Yeah.
at you, hey, coach, and
Right.
all that. So, because I'm 70 and I got a 18 and a 15.
Right.
And so, I'm just hoping that, and I tell my children, I say, I want you to be useful.
Yeah.
Just be useful. I don't expect you to be a doctor, a lawyer. Just be useful. Mm-hmm. And I try to teach as much common sense as I can teach them. But to me, it's like I just want them to be sure they've got good character and a conscience. And then I've been a successful parent. So my purpose in life is to, God dang, see if I can get three.
Right.
Three good ones. That's hard.
It is hard.
You ask people that got three kids, one of them, shit. Normally,
right now, everybody's looking at their family going, "Who is it? Which one is it? Which one is it? My family."
I got a friend named Danny Pena, and he's got 4 for 4. And I'm like, I'm like, God dang, Danny, but he's
You hit the lottery.
nicest guy I've ever met in my entire life. So I'm like, so was his wife. So I'm like, maybe it's just some people got it, but it just my purpose is to get these.
Yeah.
Is it of course I'm financial wise, I'm a lot better off than I was whenever I raised them. I really didn't get into, didn't really get comfortable until I was in my 50s.
Well, and you're a different parent. Went from,
Yeah.
and I know we have 4, and I'm a
Yeah.
totally different parent from 1 to 4.
Yeah.
We are just so much more
Right.
relaxed right now. Our other kids are like, "You would have never let us do that," and you're,
Of course.
and you're like,
yeah,
"Well,
but they were the lucky ones.
that's right."
They were. It's like I tell my oldest boys, man, you got the best end of the deal, man. You stole all the work ethics.
Yeah.
I said, don't be getting on your little brother if he doesn't do nothing. I said, because you got all the work ethics. You slow down a little bit, maybe some of it, you could share some with him.
Yeah.
Because that oldest boy, he just works and works and works, and he finally, his daughter, my granddaughter, she started and she's gotten really good at breakaway roping.
Oh, really?
And so he's
cool.
finally taken some time off. And I told him the other day, I said, God finally got you to quit working 15 hours a day, 7 days a week. And,
Yeah.
I said, first he gave you that bum shoulder, and that didn't slow you down. So
Yeah.
now he said, man, it's expensive though.
Yeah.
I said, it is. Them horses are.
Yeah. But it's worth it. You
Yeah.
know, because I think there's nothing better than giving your kids an opportunity to do something they love to do, because it gives them confidence.
Well, that's even funner when we
carries
love it.
over.
It's even funner when we love what they're doing. You know?
Exactly.
Lots of people going, "You doing that?" Like Miller, he team ropes, and Maggie's playing golf, and
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Yay! That's
Yeah.
our family sport is
it?
golf.
So-
That's
and
great. She's
I
golfing.
used to play a lot, but I quit playing for a while, and my back quit going out.
Wait, it quit going out?
It quit going out when I quit playing for a while.
Oh, okay.
So I went back and started playing again. It started going out again, and it hurts.
Yeah.
It's not very comfortable.
It's not worth it.
No.
Yeah. You can just putt. Go out there
But I
and putt
used
with
to
her.
take, when it'd go out, I would go get to the chiropractor, and you know those deals that you get on, they'll roll it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it would roll it down into my leg and my sciatic, and I could play golf then. But getting out of the golf cart, I'd have to take off running because it hurt. But I could play golf with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
No,
What has been your favorite thing about parenting, since we're talking about kids and family? And it's that's we're right there with you. We just want to raise good humans. And what's been
Yeah.
your favorite part about parenting?
just seeing them, like I say, just seeing them be compassionate and seeing them being, knowing that my children care for other people and that they're we're all selfish. They're all going to be this and that, but I mean, just the fact that you see them like Miller's like, "Oh, come on, Paul, give that guy 20." Oh man, I ain't. Come on, Paul. Man, you got they like to take food to the home,
good.
Stuff
Yeah.
like just having them. They got, even though they act like whatever.
Right.
But I mean, just knowing
Being
that
good
my
humans.
kids have compassion, that they want to be, that they want to be good. And,
I love that.
And that would be my favorite thing about any of my kids, is that they do have compassion, and that and there's a lot of kids
They don't.
that
Yeah.
don't.
I
And
agree.
I'm lucky that I'm fortunate
Yeah.
that they do.
Well,
So I mean, it
Yeah.
make me cry.
well, that's okay. That's what kids do. They do. They make you cry.
Oh, God dang, you're frustrating.
They make you cry both ways,
I
right?
always tell them, God dang boy, it's real easy to figure out. Miller's always got, he's the sheriff, and he's always got his posse with him.
Okay.
And but my deal with them is, I said, here's the deal, boys. I said, here's what we got. Well, Paul, I need to get these boys to help me. I said, no. I said, here's the deal about you kids today. I said, there's one of you got a whole brain. If there's two of you got a half a brain. If there's four of you got a quarter brain. I said, so on and on. Do the math, but they don't know how to do math.
Right.
Well, how much brain we got? There's 8. How much brain y'all got? There's 8.
They get out their calculator. Let me see.
Can you do that? Yeah. But I mean, so that I'm on them a lot.
Yeah.
My sarcasm's pretty bad. My wife says, "Nobody listen to you because you're so sarcastic." I said, "Well, it sounds good to me when I say it." I said,
They're listening. They're
Yeah.
listening. They're taking it in.
Yeah.
What would you tell your 20-something self? Like, if you could go, since your son's at 19, what would you go back and tell your 20-something self?
I would. I probably. Did you have to drink so much or whatever? I was having a lot of fun. Because I got married early the first time, and then just we were young, whatever. And I didn't have to.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
But it happens.
everybody was counting, but he was born 11 months later, so they were disappointed as hell. I don't really think that there. I mean, I had to come through I was one of the lucky ones. My parents didn't have, much money, and I had to do, like I tell Miller, I go, I'll make him got an old ledger, I'll make him let's see how much it costs to be Miller.
Oh, I love that idea.
And so we get, all right, here's
I'm going to borrow
here's
that.
You just said, see how much it costs to be Miller right here, by God. Now, we're not even figuring in dentists and stuff from the insurance. We're just figuring out here, here's your gas card, here's your horse bill, here's your this and that. I'm going, my son, you're 18 years old, but I sure as hell wouldn't be bowing up.
Yeah.
I said, you think you can go out on your own? Just look at that right there. You're going to have a $250,000 a year job or something. I said, oh, God, does it really cost that much to look at it?
Yes.
So I'd make him do that until I couldn't stand to look at it anymore.
Yeah.
But I said, I said, son, because whenever I was your age, it was easy to go on your own.
Right.
I said,
Well, we had to.
Well,
like
we had
had
a
to.
beat up car.
Yeah.
Hell, I didn't think you had to have car insurance back then.
I don't know.
So you had to have this 1971 or two. I said, so you had to beat up old car.
Right.
And so, but it was paid for.
No seatbelts.
No,
you didn't have to wear the seatbelt.
No, and then you go get if you went and got a job at minimum wage and you got 20 hours overtime, you're rich.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it was because you didn't have so much stuff.
Right.
You know, people ask me, can you retire? No, man, I got too much stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we got ranches, I got this, I got that. I mean, I got too much stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I had my brother always says when I got divorced the second time, I lived in a mobile home out here at Pecan Grove, and it was $125 a month. Nice mobile home,
$125?
$125 a month, and man, the money just started falling out of the ceiling, and I wouldn't do anything different. I was like, God, dog. I mean, you know, and I remember my brother going. I said, well, you got more. I don't feel sorry for you, man. You've been paying $125 a month for 3 years.
Yeah.
And so and that's basically how I just looked up and was like, you get those expenses down, but nowadays we got too much stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we got too much
Expensive.
stuff.
You're right.
And so it's just you just have to just keep plunging along. Just keep your bottom line from dropping, and because we got so much stuff.
I love the idea of writing it down and showing them. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna borrow that.
Yeah, I get you. It's an old ledger from
Yeah.
like 1920, and I just said, here, we put it in there, and you put paper clip crap on it and all that.
Love it.
But he didn't. Like I said, I got tired of looking at how much it cost.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's when we quit. But he does have an idea that it costs a lot to be Miller.
Yeah. I love that. All right, let's talk about experiences, because I know you've traveled the world probably, because, you know, when you're in Midland, we have an international airport, if you're not familiar
Yeah.
with Midland. You can get to anywhere. Where's the best place you've ever traveled, or most unusual experience you've ever had?
I'd have to say, I took my wife to Yellowstone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I never had been there. I mean, I'm not a big traveler anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be such a pain, and
Was it beautiful?
oh yeah, that was I had a good, but hire a guide. Don't go in there without one.
Okay, good advice. We haven't been yet.
Oh my God, you spend all your time parking. Get you hire somebody. He drops you off. You go look at it, comes around and gets you. Don't even go in there by
Okay,
yourself.
good advice.
Don't you dare take a car. I'm telling you right now, don't do it.
Okay.
I did it the first day.
Okay.
And you got to hump for parking place. And if you get a guide, man, he just runs and.
Yeah.
You know, and he can drink beer all day that way and everything. He goes, I didn't want to get no DWI in the Yellowstone Park. You know?
That would not be good.
No, it wouldn't be good. But you just be sure you hire a guy. I mean,
Okay.
that's probably the one of the funnest ones I've done, and with her, and I've been to. She and I've never really been overseas too much, because I really don't like to travel that much anymore.
No.
But I have to. I let my passport run out on purpose.
Really?
Yes, so I don't have to go. But I promised my cousins. I have cousins in Australia, and they've come to see us bunches of times. And, I always promised them that I'll, before I go to another country, I'll go to Australia.
So that's the bucket list
And
item
my
right there.
sister-in-law's from Brazil, so she said, well, you need to come to Brazil. I said, can't. Got to go to Australia first.
Nope, that's right. It's first
When
on the
are you gonna
bucket
go?
list.
I don't know when I'm going, but it's kind of my holdout, you know.
Gotcha.
That I told them I would go there first.
Australia, then Brazil.
But I haven't. But my passport's been run out for like 4 or 5 years.
And it's a
now.
pain to get it redone.
Yeah, I can go somewhere.
Yeah, make sure when you do it, give yourself a couple weeks for it to come back.
Yeah.
It's not like it was
That's
in the olden
good.
days.
That
yeah.
way I don't have to go.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, we do something called fun. It's just I ask you your favorite things, but before that, I'm going to ask you for a fun fact that nobody knows about you, or very little people know about you. It's not on your bio. It's not on your, I don't know, what is that thing called, IBDM or
Yeah,
ID?
they got that one all wrong.
Yeah, they
Everybody
always
wants
get
me
that
to
wrong.
correct. Well,
Don't go
still-
there.
They still show me married to my second wife and having kids by her.
Well,
And I asked Eric, "Will you want me to fix it?" No, just leave it that way. That way nobody be bothering me. You know?
There you go.
She don't let me fix it.
so what's a fun fact about you?
A fun fact about me that nobody really knows.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm kind of an open book. I tell them myself. I don't want to have no secrets.
We already got one out in the first part of the podcast about Butch, but
Yeah, well,
But,
well, that might have been it. Yeah.
I have stumped Rooster.
About the vest.
The best?
Yeah, the vest. Like, is that when you did your show, you had the same? Is that the same vest?
Yep. Look at it, it's all tattered. I got about
So tell me the
6 of them
story.
that all wore out. No, everybody says that. I don't know what it is, you know. But everybody, I'll wear this damn thing sometimes all the way in July. Till they go, you finally my oldest boy. God dang, old man, you cold all the time. It's July,
Well.
and it's just, and I guess because I got all my stuff in there,
Right.
you know. I have a, well, I have a crutch on the vest.
There you go.
I don't know. I mean, I like it. It's got all my stuff, but I don't like to have another coat on because I can't find. Then I end
Right.
up losing all my crap in the other
So it
pocket.
has to be this vest right here.
Well, I have another, but the new ones, they're bulky. You know,
Yeah.
you got to wash them like 30. I got about 4 that are wore out like this.
Yeah.
And my wife gets to cut all the phrase off of them all the time.
Oh my goodness, that's
She
funny.
says, I got to cut these. I said, well, those are tassels, man. You know, Cheyenne, you know. It's
It's the style. It's the style of the vest.
Yeah.
Okay, there's
And
a
I
fun
don't know
fact.
if anybody knows how I got to wearing my boots outside of my.
No. See, there's a fun fact. How did you get that? So
Well,
you can't see under the
this is
table, but his boots are.
Well, I think everybody knows I wear them that way.
He wears his boots like this.
Yeah.
Al's taking a picture.
They're old. Well, I've been wearing Red Wings since 1987. Because
Wow.
when I went broke, I had. But this is, you know, I was wearing nice clothes and all that stuff. And then when I went broke, I just, man, I'm going back to my roots. And I sent all my nice clothes to my middle brother Pat. And
I love it.
and went back and started doing regular labor. And started all over. And that's when everybody said, no, man, we're going to help you get back on your feet. But you know how on the back of your pants it tells you, I don't know if it does anymore, but on back of Wranglers it'll have the size.
Oh yeah.
Like 32, 34, you know, 30, and you know, so whenever I was thinner, you know, I had like 31, 32. You know,
You're walking around
look at the back
feeling
of your-
good. Yeah.
You see some old big old fat guy, you go, I wonder how big. 56, 28, God.
Dang.
So I had this complex that I didn't want my dadgum pants to be, my waist to be any bigger than my leg. And I got little bitty old short legs, so I was pushing it anyways at 31.
Okay.
So when I started gaining me some weight, you know, so then I'm 33, so I buy 33. So then I got to 34, I'm buying 34. Well, when I got to 36, man, I'm dragging them flummies. So I just started stuffing them in my
it in your
doggone
boot.
boots, yeah.
There you go.
And that's how it came around. Then I got used to wearing it. That's exactly why I started doing that, because I started the damn length.
36 got you to
I
bust.
tried cutting the sides of them and still dragging this mother. 36, I said, I'm just stuffing them in the boot.
I love it. That is my favorite fun fact
Okay,
about
well,
you.
there
That is a
go.
good
Nobody
one.
knows. I haven't told that in a long time.
Okay, now we're going to do favorite things. So this will be fun. It's just like rapid fire. First thing that comes into your mind, favorite restaurant. Oops, as I hit the microphone. Favorite restaurant.
Favorite restaurant?
Yes, in West Texas.
Well, you know, I don't like. My wife likes to go to Hibachi's.
Okay,
Yeah, she likes that deal, so that's good enough.
okay.
I'm trying to think of a.
I thought you were going to say La Mission, but
Well, I don't go there sometimes. Way the hell over there.
it is. You guys moved.
Good
That was
God,
our.
heck, man, hey, you get to me. That's a long way. And when it was downtown, well, it was my mother-in-law's, of course.
Right. Well, we used to
Casa
go.
Madrid would have. Oh my God, Martha, that was my favorite.
It was so good. We would go there every
Yeah.
day after church. We'd go to St. Stephen's, and then we'd go, and
Yeah.
we'd have to go across town. But now it's over, a little closer to us now.
Yeah.
But gosh, the Mexican food in West Texas is amazing.
And there's plenty of Mexican restaurants.
Yes, there is. Okay, favorite coffee shop.
I don't go to go.
I knew you were going to say that. I don't know why I knew you were going to
I
say
don't
it.
have
You make it
a-
at home. Al doesn't either.
No, I
He's
drink
like,
nut-
I'm going to
I
make
drink
my coffee at
chock full of
home.
nuts. And really and truly, I don't. You have to force me to go out to eat.
Really?
Because my wife is a very, very good cook.
Is she?
And it's just something about she serves me my plate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big, I don't eat one time a day because, I mean, I got just such an experience.
Yeah, and you can't be
I
36.
don't want to wait somewhere else.
You don't want to be 36 anymore.
No,
So.
hell no. I mean, shit. I mean, it's such a, she said, I mean, I really like her cooking, and I don't, I really don't like go to, I'm not saying I won't go to a bar, but I mean, I just kind of quit, you know, and I don't, and I'd rather, I mean, my wife's my pal,
why go out if
whatever,
you can eat at home?
I mean, and another thing, I mean, it's hard to get me in a bar, but it's a hell of a lot harder to get me out of it. I mean, it's hard. I mean, I get in there to get going. About time we're about to leave, I start thinking I'm funny. Well, hell, I ain't leaving when I'm making my own self laugh.
Right? Why would you?
Well,
you're
no,
having,
it's, I'm
you're
like,
having
God,
fun.
it's hard, and they know it. I mean, it's bad. When I know I went to my wife in the beginning for so many years. Oh God, you do whatever you got to do, work. I mean, it's nothing like a good woman that sends you to work,
right?
And or tells you go have a good day. I mean, you're so much more productive when your wife's behind you 100%. Yeah. So I know she gets mad at me. I don't want to do nothing. Oh no, hell, mad at me.
What's your favorite meal she makes you?
She makes damn good chicken. She makes chicken. I had some last night. She cooked it oh God, yes, I just make it. She likes to cook.
That's awesome.
She likes to cook. But I was going to tell you that back in the day, you're talking about me and my damn bars, Well, I met a customer out here at that bar over by the airport. She had a hotel room there. I forget when you hangover, I don't
know, we're old.
The hanger, whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
And anyways, he said he was all right, I'm going to go to bed, and it's about 9 o'clock. Well, I was getting ready to go, and nobody recognized me in there. So I'm like, all of a sudden, God dang, the karaoke guy.
Those darn karaoke hosts.
Are y'all doing karaoke? Yes. And I said, oh, no. Well, I'll have another beer. And I got to catch a plane here, and I was just telling her, I didn't really want anybody, that nobody seemed to recognize me, so I was kind of happy about it. And then so, oh my God, they started that karaoke. And I got up there and got to singing that.
What'd you sing?
Oh, anything. George Jones and Merle Haggard, you name it. So, which I'm bad about singing karaoke. I will sing karaoke.
I love it.
And so I'm sitting in men's laps singing to them, I was just having the greatest time. Nobody knew me. Nobody.
This is awesome.
And so it was fun, There's a different group of people. Nobody knew me, so I'm just like, God, there's nothing. I got a fresh.
This is
audience.
Great. Yeah, you can tell all your jokes.
Oh, go on.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about repeating myself for nothing.
Right.
Man, I come up and I remember my old good stuff.
Yeah.
So, my wife's not here going, I heard that before.
Right.
But before I know it, it's closing time. And I'm one-eyed all the way. And I'm going down 80 and that's back when I didn't have detached retina. I can only make right turns now. But so I'm going down and I get to the house and boy, she just, oh honey, I hate it you have to do this. And I just don't understand why they want to keep you. I know you're pumped. They just those customers just want to keep you out all night. I just, oh God. Oh. Thank you, hon. God dang it. I know you got to do it, and I'm so proud of you. That's all I know. Thank you. I got to tell you. He said, what, what, honey? I said, Dadgummit, you believe in me, don't you? She said, sure do. Well, he went to bed at 9. I've been singing karaoke for the last... I had to confess to her because she felt so sorry for me. She'll tell you that to this day. Oh, God, that's why I don't go to bars.
Oh, my gosh, that's hilarious. So I won't ask you favorite bar.
Yeah. I used to go to, I liked to go, Larry's not there anymore, but I would go to KD's.
Okay.
Because they closed at 8 o'clock.
Perfect.
And that's good for me. But I'm in there, and then I look up, one day, I'm like, God dang, it's 10 o'clock. I said, damn, Larry, why don't you tell me you ain't closed? You're supposed to close at 8. Well, we ain't going to close if you're here. And I said, then I'll quit coming.
All right. Favorite book?
I guess that one, my favorite book that I read that dadgum book that old Stephen wrote, that Texas or wherever it is, and God dang, it's about that thick. You know, finally, it took me forever to finish it,
which
especially
one?
with my detached retina. But it's hard to read. But I mean, I would say I read a lot of. I like history stuff. I think
Okay.
that one of them would be that Rising Moon about Quanah Parker.
Oh, okay.
That was a good one.
Yeah. You read that one? Yeah.
Yeah.
The flower.
Yeah,
Flower.
something like that.
Okay.
And then there's something, Chocolate Lizard Boots. It's not it's about a guy in Abilene. That's a fun book to read.
Okay.
And they made a movie about it.
Huh. We'll have to read that one. Favorite movie?
Mud.
Mud.
My brother I like my brother in Mud.
Okay.
I really did like my brother in Mud. That's
Yeah.
my favorite movie of his. And I mean, you gotta say your brother.
You gotta say your brother. I mean, if you don't say your brother,
Otherwise, you know, and Tombstone's way down the line. I've seen it about 80 times. I'm gonna go home today and watch it again.
but wait, he's not in Tombstone, right?
No.
No. Okay. But I'm glad you said Mud first. Good
Yeah,
job.
Mud and
Good.
then Tombstone.
Favorite song? If you're gonna,
I stopped off at the quicksand for some beer and cigarettes.
yeah.
The old man took my money. The Corvette song by George Jones, and then of course I'll do is She Stopped Loving Me Today. I'm a real George Jones fanatic.
I love that.
And if you go at my house, there's a mural of, a big picture of him on our wall. And Butch said, your wife, she is the smartest woman in the world. She said she gets you this portrait of George Jones.
Yeah.
Gigantic portrait, and you just fall apart and let her spend another $500,000 on the house. She is a smart woman. She just melted. Oh, look at
Give him what he wants,
Look at, yeah.
and then she gets whatever she
Yeah,
wants.
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, I'd say George Jones. Yeah, he's by far my.
What's the favorite concert you've been to? Like, if you've
George.
seen? Okay, George. Okay, I
My
figured.
wife-
Did you
no.
meet him? Did you get to meet him?
I met him.
Nice.
We had I got to meet him in when he was building this place down in Cozamanil, Texas, and a guy had called my brother Patrick, and he was working with my dad at the time. He said, "Hey man, we need some pipe and valve for George Jones." And he goes, "George Jones? You mean the George Jones?" He said, "Yeah, man, you need to call my brother."
Nice.
So anyways, they called me, and I made him a deal. I said, I'll sell it to you for $2,000, or if you'll have a drink with me, I'll let you have it for $1,000. And if you'll drink with me all evening, you can have it for nothing. And they called and said, by God, he goes for that nothing deal. And so they kept telling me to come down there.
Yeah.
He's, before he has his grand opening, and I jacked around, didn't. But anyways, I got to go down there for the grand opening before he went on tour and spent some time with him.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very
so that's
cool.
kind of,
Nice. Favorite memory here in West Texas? More specifically, Midland, we'll say. Favorite
Midland?
memory? Favorite memory in Midland?
that's another trick question. The day I
Answer
married
correctly.
my wife.
Oh, you did good. You did good, Rooster.
You had it written down for me. I knew
You
was
read it right there.
That's the only time she'd help me with an answer.
Good answer. I'm really proud of you. Favorite, okay, you have a daughter.
Yeah.
Favorite Taylor Swift era?
I went to see Taylor Swift.
You did?
They
No
sure
way.
did in the Bahamas.
Really? Oh my
And all my buddies were making fun of me. I said, my wife said, I like Taylor Swift. And it was back, way back.
Yeah.
And I went in there, and god dang, I looked around, and I was the only daddy there without no little girl. The guy had three of them. I said, can I borrow one of you? Would you let one of your daughters sit next to me?
So I don't look so weird here.
I got the guy to let me borrow his daughter. Just so she'd sit by me, because I was like, there wasn't one just man in there, but I had my wife with me, but everybody had a daughter. You know? I
Right.
said, man, you got to loan me one of them.
Right.
You know,
Just give me
see,
just
see,
one.
see,
Doesn't matter who.
Okay, I introduced her, let the little girl come over and sit by me.
Was it fun? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I think I always said when she first started that she was going to be really something.
Yeah.
She way she writes her, and it's hard for people to redo some of her songs.
Yeah.
The way she does.
Right. Right. Do you have a favorite song of hers?
I don't remember that. I don't like that much.
He's not singing Taylor. He's not singing Taylor at karaoke.
No, I'm still listening. I found old vinyl, classic vinyl. I've been, listening to my old Jethro Tull
Isn't that
songs.
fun to do it on vinyl again? I love that.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about on the radio.
Oh, on the radio.
I have to listen to classic vinyl because my mother likes it because she likes the Eagles. And
Yeah,
sometimes I'll.
that's a good station. It is.
And then I
It's
found
good.
Underground Garage, and that was kind of fun.
I've not found Underground.
Oh,
right.
yeah, I found a song on there, the age, let's see, the Age of Stupid. I sent it to my kid like 20 times. I can't understand the words on it. I'm trying to find the words and don't give it to me. Miller's all, I didn't answer you. I thought maybe I'd done something wrong again.
You're like, I'm just
That
sharing a song with
made for
you.
y'all, the Age of Stupid.
What is your favorite life hack? Something that makes your life easier.
Miller Lite.
Wait, you're not talking about
Daily.
the actual Miller Lite, not your son.
Yeah,
Right,
about
okay.
the one. L-I-T-E, not L.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a good life hack.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, I really do. I can't drink as much as I used to, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll get out daily, so.
You just start earlier in the day, right?
It
'Cause, yeah.
helps because you don't want to really, I mean, to all you old beer drinkers out there that think you're slipping, you really just want to, the key to it is to drink only during your regular awakened hours. In other words, if you go to bed at 11 at night, normally that's when you need it. You need
Yeah.
to stop.
Okay.
Because what happens to you is you get into 1 and 2 in the morning, and then people say, well, you're drunk. No, man, a lot of it's because you're tired.
Right.
It ain't done by hell with that. I'm just tired. Yeah, so because you'll notice that you can maintain better if you drink during your
Regular waking hours.
Yeah, because your body, you're.
Good advice.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good advice.
Well, to keep people off the streets, or else learn to go to bed later. Start going to bed at 2 a.m. for about 6 months. You can do it then.
Well, we never understood why people eat dinner at 5 or 6. Now we're literally at 5 o'clock going, you ready for dinner? I'm ready for dinner.
Go in the summertime. We don't even eat till when there's stuff going on.
Well,
I
you're
made a horrible
deep in the
mistake
heart of kid stuff still. You've got
Well, then I
15.
put lights up there at that arena. That was a horrible mistake
Why?
because nobody's there. I mean,
They're not leaving?
till whenever.
Oh my goodness.
And
But how fun. I bet that's fun.
It is, and then we go watch them,
Yeah.
but I've never been like a real. Like I say, I only eat one meal a day,
Yeah.
and it's supper.
Okay.
And that's because I look, like I say, I really enjoy that meal.
Yeah.
So the rest of them, I'm like, why would I eat?
Right.
You
Why
know.
would I waste those
I
calories?
mean, 'cause it's not like, but I mean, so we don't normally eat. It's 9 or 10. Sometimes it's 10 o'clock when Wells
Wow.
Fargo comes on.
Really?
Yeah. And Bill Robinson.
Yeah.
I'm a Western fanatic.
I love
That's
that.
something but everybody knows that.
Well, it's another fun fact though. We'll
Yeah.
throw out there.
Yeah. Well,
That one,
You
the
can watch them all the time.
that and the boots. We're getting a lot of them today. This has
Yeah.
been fun.
There
This has
you
been so
go,
much
yeah.
fun. I want to ask you before, because I think, are we running out of time? I don't know. I know he's got an appointment.
hanging up.
Let's check the time. Okay, we're still good. He's got a 1:30. What do you, if I know you mentioned that you used to golf, right?
Yeah.
So who would be your ideal favorite foursome that you'd go out and play golf with, and they can be dead or alive?
Oh, I'd say Arnold Palmer because I think my swing's better than his.
Oh, nice. You want to show him?
Yeah, yeah. And then, the old boy, Ben Hogan, I would think. And then I'd love, Phil Mickelson probably just because I want to get that shot down where he takes such a chance and I just blading every time where he got that little shot where he comes up.
Oh, it's flop shot.
Yeah.
That's
That's dangerous.
that is dangerous.
Oh, boy, I put an old plate glass window out there with Green Street one time doing that one. Called it just,
It happens. Yeah, it happens. Did you ever get a hole in one?
Never.
Never. Me neither.
Never. My brothers had like 4.
Are you kidding me?
And my middle brother Patrick, he got scholarships in golf, and he never had one either.
Never. Yeah. That's crazy.
I faked a few sometimes.
It's a great sport. It really is.
Yeah,
I love it.
I hope my daughter sticks with it. I try to encourage her to just because, but still getting lessons, trying everybody's, and I mean She's not gonna listen to me.
No, they usually don't.
So I need to
Where
get
does she
her.
play?
She goes, well, I don't know if he wants to say where she goes to
She
school.
goes to Midland High.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a great sport. We love it.
Yeah.
It's been good.
I'll go play like in a scramble or something.
Yeah.
Somebody hits it, I just stay in the car.
Yeah.
You know.
Scrambles are the best. It makes you
Yeah.
feel like,
Oh,
yeah, I got a birdie.
Now, if I get out there and play, I'm not near. I was a
Huh?
4 handicap.
You have to play with Alex.
You should play with Alex, our 16-year-old. Yeah, he's fun. He's fun to play with. Yeah, they all are. They're so much fun to play with.
Well,
but-
Miller, he plays too, but he won't practice.
yeah.
I said, Miller, I'm good enough. I mean, he's one of these cats that, after he does something twice, he's already average.
Yeah.
It pisses you off.
Picks things up quick.
Oh, awful, Like, well,
Yeah.
Miller, you'd be a lot better if you. I'm good enough.
Yeah.
I just go out there and have a good time.
Yeah.
But he practices like if he really likes something like roping, he practices constantly. But that golf, I'm good enough.
Yeah.
I don't need to be better.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to ask you an important question. You said I didn't make you cry earlier, but maybe I'll have my Barbara Walters moment here. What do you hope your legacy is when people think of you years to come?
Just that I was a good guy.
You already got that.
Now you're gonna make me cry. I really try to be fair and look at the other things that people that look. I've always tried to look through other people's eyes.
Yeah.
And if they're, I try to tell people that too. Like somebody gets mad at you, and you don't understand why. Well, a lot of times, you just look at it through their eyes. You might kind of
Yeah.
figure out why, and just that I was a good guy, that I was just a good guy, that I was a fair guy, that I always felt fair, that I've been,
Yeah.
never did screw anybody around.
Yeah. Well, I think you're definitely living that legacy.
Well, thank
so.
you. God dang, that's important. That's what I want.
It is.
Yes, a good
It
guy.
is.
You can put good guy on gravestone.
There you go. There it is.
Good
Good
guy.
guy.
You have to put the.
Just good guy.
Just good guy. Yeah.
As we come to like the closing of it, we're not done yet. We're almost done. But is there anything we didn't get to talk about today? I feel like we've covered a lot, but
Well,
I want to
I wanna-
make sure that you get to talk. Is there anything you're excited about for the future? Anything that you want to mention and talk about?
No, I did have something I was going to mention. Is by God, I think they ought to have like a mandatory, just a mini course on how to handle a two-way stop. I mean, God,
It's
dang,
frustrating,
everybody
isn't it?
thinks it's a four-way now. You know what I mean? And here, and I got a detached retina. So I mean, if I pull up to the doggone to a two-way stop,
Right.
and the guy's turning left, man, I'm going right. Because about the time I take off, he comes in front of me because he thinks it's his turn. It ain't your turn. It's like a damn green light, buddy. You know what I mean? Or a yellow light.
Yeah.
You ain't supposed to go. I don't care if I was there 3 seconds after you. It's not a four-way stop.
Yeah.
And I've nearly gotten killed how many times, and I can't see both ways anyway. So I have to go to stop sign.
Right.
Because my eyes, when I look right and back to the left like that, and I come back, it's fuzzy for a second. Well, I lose my confidence. So I'm a stop sign kind of guy.
Right.
And I four ways and regular stoplights or whatever, because that gives me a chance to get across and be able to do. And so, but when I come to two-way, I'm like, I just take a right. Even though
You're not even going to chance it. You're not even going to chance it.
You don't want to follow me. I ain't taking no chance.
It's like red lights.
I'm going right.
It's like red lights. Everyone's running a red light
Yeah,
these days,
but
right?
I mean,
You better not go right away.
It's just god awful. But I mean, I just can't believe it's just dangerous to pull up to a two-way.
Right.
Because they're going to pull, and you're trying
They
to
are.
get across, and there's a car coming over, and this guy zips out in front of him. You're like, shit.
This is true.
Didn't he know this is not a four-way? I mean, and I really believe, hey, man, I mean, I don't know, the mayor is, whatever it is, but I think they ought to just make people do or send them something to their house and make them fill it out with their voter's registration or their dadgum jury duty card.
I have a direct-
You have to fill this. Be sure that you know how to go. That you're supposed to yield to the guy going straight.
I have a direct line to Mayor Blong. I'm going
There
to call.
you go.
I'm going to
Everybody-
call her,
this is important.
and I'm going to tell
If
her.
everybody
Rooster
knew-
says.
If everybody was aware that a two-way does not operate like a four-way,
Right.
You know how many wrecks we would save out here?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
That's where you're worse. That's where they have them all the time. Is somebody, and you get T-bone because you can't make it across. All right, you know what? If y'all don't do it, I'm going to teach everybody to make right turns on two-way stop. We're all going to go to right. And then we got either that or don't outlaw U-turns. Because that's what I got to do is make a U-turn.
That's what UPS does, right? UPS only makes right turns.
Yeah.
Only right
I don't
turns.
blame.
UPS and Rooster McConaughey.
Yep.
All right turns.
Right turns.
Well, this has been so much fun. Thank you for sharing your time with us today.
bet.
I've really enjoyed getting to know you better.
Yeah, y'all are fun.
This is fun, and we hope that you will share this with someone that needs a good smile and wants to learn more about Rooster, because I've really enjoyed the conversation and getting to know you, a little bit more. If anyone wants to follow you, where are you? Are you on any socials?
No.
Are you on the Instagram?
No. I had a when we did the show, they had a Facebook. But I said, you really want me on that?
I say yes.
I never did get on it. And
No.
And so,
Did y'all already talk about
We talked a little bit about the show earlier. Yes, West
Yeah.
Texas
We're gonna bring
investors.
some back.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I'll
we
bring
should.
some. I'll
Yeah,
bring you some.
let's get some. Let's get them out there. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a cool show. I really enjoyed it. I watched a couple episodes, and you had one season, right? It was
we had two
two seasons.
seasons. I think it's 18, total of 18, and then 10 with
As the
Rooster
Butch and Rooster and
Yeah.
Butch. Okay. Well, we
And then NBC threatened to sue A&E because they didn't change the format up enough.
Oh,
I'll never
goodness.
forget Elaine. She said, barring a miracle, we're probably just not going to renew this. And I said, thank God. I'm wore out.
it's a lot. It is a lot.
I said, that's all right with me, man.
Yeah.
I said, we'll do something else.
Do you have a dream project? Did I ask you that? I don't think I did. Did I ask you
Do I
that?
have
Is
a
there a
dream
dream? Is there a
project?
dream project out there that you think, oh, that's on my bucket list. I would love to do that.
No, I mean, I'm probably done. It's like they, I'm 70 now, and I mean, I've done a lot of stuff, and it's like, they've been telling me for 2 years I need a pacemaker to give me a lot more energy. I'm like, good God. My whole family's been trying to get me to slow down for 70 years. You don't want to give me more damn energy? You'll call me a damn divorce. I said, people, I'm giving the world a break, man. I said, y'all all of a sudden I'm supposed to get better? I said, that's just because just because my heart beats 38 beats a minute or whatever. And I said, I move a little slow in the mornings. And I said, but no, that's the last thing I need, a bunch more energy. So, I mean, I really kind of done. I can't. I mean, just jump out there and I had a lot of things before, but
Yeah.
I kind of look back and go, I've been lucky, and it just like I say, get these other two kids raised and be sure they're good people, and that's the main thing.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much
You
for
bet.
sharing with us today, for making us smile, making us laugh, and really just getting us to all know you better, because I feel like when you hear someone's story, you just connect with them on a different level. And so I appreciate you doing that today.
Well, you're welcome.
Thank you. Share this with someone that would love to hear what Rooster had to say today. It's easy to do. Just hit that subscribe button and pass it on. And I want to thank all of our sponsors, too. Thank you for supporting our show so we can hear the great stories of West Texans like Rooster McConaughey, and just really why we love West Texas so much, because it is a great town, and we're glad that you're choosing to live here. Or if you're living somewhere else, we're glad that you're choosing to listen about the people of West Texas. So shout out to Omni Midland Hotel, Rig ID Workwear, Midland Cap Company, Kevin Foreman of Foreman Financial, and Tapestry Hotel Midland. As we say, support local however you can. On that note, any final words, Rooster? Anything you want to leave us
Right
with?
turns.
Right turns.
Right turns. Don't even drink during your normal sleeping hours.
Good advice right there. And don't forget to dream big, believe, and never give up. Thanks for joining us. You make it a great day.